as well. My name is Itodo. You can call me the Deacon, and this is the Morning Crossfire. I'll be here until 9 o'clock, and we are going to talk. We're also going to see what the headlines are saying this morning and have various conversations until that time when I hand over to the Sports Drive team. They'll be here until 9:30. What's happening in Abuja will be on from then until noon, and afterwards, Sunnyside until 3 p.m. and the Oracle until 7 p.m. and handing over to the Football Frenzy team will be here until 9 o'clock. And then tonight with Samir will take center stage until midnight and into a brand new day. So let's get things rolling right now. At 7 o'clock, it'll be time for the lead. And at 8 o'clock, in focus. So do well to stay tuned and be a part of the conversation.
Hot and fresh off the press, these are the front pages.
We are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go onto those platforms to watch the show live and be a part of the conversation. Let's see what the headlines are saying this morning. Please note the headlines are only read as published by these various media outlets and have got nothing to do with Nigeria Info. So ensure that in your reactions you have the facts, the details, and every information that you need. We're going to get things started with this day. Right here is got this major headline. Do not let Mate fall. Zulumberg's federal government spends night coordinating security logistics. That's a major headline on this day. Tinubu meets Pope Leo XIV, stresses importance of peace and tolerance. And the riders right here urges Nigerians to use their diversity for nation stability, rapid development. Banter with Fayemi, Obi. VP Van Zelensky attend installation of Papal. Pontiff seeks unity for divided church, vows not to be autocrat. Lokbobiri, $5 billion African Energy Bank in final stage before kickoff. Ex-U.S. leader Biden diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer. Saraki, Buhari harassed, intimidated me because I opposed uncurbed borrowings. All these and more on the front page of this day. Moving on now to The Nation. Let's convert our diversity to prosperity, says Tinubu, president at Pope's inauguration mass. Leo XIV pledges peace in the world. MPC to retain interest hike in bid to bring down inflation. Yakasai, nobody has capacity to unseat Tinubu. Can Nigeria First policy fire up sluggish manufacturing sector? That's a question being asked on the front page of The Nation. 37 die in Kwara boat accident. A mockery. Utomi's shadow government plan alien. Alake, Chinese electric vehicle plant coming. All these and more on the front page of The Nation. Moving on now to The Guardian. MPC at crossroads over rate hike amid sticky prices, global uncertainty. Tinubu, Obi, Fayemi meet at Pope Leo's inauguration. 50 billion naira to varsity staff. Students on edge as Nasu Sanu reject sharing formula. Budget slams 2025 budget for exceeding 338 trillion naira GDP projection by 3 trillion naira. 2027, Tinubu's growing hopes spark debate on efficacy of defections. Egypt 2025, Nigeria beats Egypt to bronze on penalties. Mambila Royal Council honors Adesanya at daughter's wedding. Many trapped, 3 rescued as building collapses in Lagos. Lagos to enforce total ban on single-use plastics from July 1. Reps Association demand independent audit of JAM. All these and more on the front page of The Guardian. Let's move on now to the Daily Trust. And it's got this headline: automatic tickets, contracts, fueling defections to APC. How Boko Haram killed 90 farmers in Borno in 5 months. Opposition kicks as Northwest APC endorses Tinubu for second term. 37 persons die in Kwara boat accident. Bandits kill 49 in Katsina, Kebbi, Benue. Wanted kidnapper arrested at Abuja Hajj camp preparing for pilgrimage. Tinubu meets bishops in Rome, urges unity in diversity. FCTA officials fingered in green area disappearance. All this and more on the front page of the Daily Trust. Time to get to our final stop this morning, and that is the Punch newspaper. And for the Punch this morning, it's got this headline: 2027 coalition at Atiku camp offers Obi VP role in one-term deal. NNPCL refineries not producing enough petrol, according to Dapman. Federal government grants China approval to establish electric vehicle factories. Patients left to die inside Abuja's horror public healthcare system. Suspected Lagos cultists kill shawarma vendor. NNPP apologizes to Tinubu over attacks by Kwankwaso. Tinubu, Obi, Fayemi share light moments at Pope's inauguration. Resurgent attacks. Federal government, Borno revamp anti-terror strategy. Tinubu approves licenses for Knots Oil project. Federal government's electricity debt balloons by 800 billion naira. That's according to the Senate. CBN slashes federal government loans by over 4 trillion naira. All this and more on The Punch today. Time to get to your reactions right now. Don't forget that we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go onto those platforms to watch the show live and be a part of the conversations. Here are the numbers to call. You can send a WhatsApp message or a voice note to this number: 080-993-0137. You can also call 0700 951 0000 and 080 95 97 4869. You would have 90 seconds when you get through, so please go straight to your point and don't forget to move away from your device. Give your name, your location, and let's talk.
This is Morning Crossfire. On your number one talk station.
You get a daily dose of news trends.
Clashes averted in aviation sector after aggrieved unions suspend strike.
Intense conversation.
She's among the ICPC board members. Oh. What has she experienced in life? Girl. She is there because she has level.
Sports and news to keep you updated all day and every day.
Join the conversation on your number one talk station.
95.1 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. New shows, new hosts, new realities, true conversations, trustworthy ideas, shared passionately on your number one talk station of the nation. Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja. Let's talk.
More talk, more right after this. my trades, and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me.
Former government of President of America
Yes.
contact disease of cancer.
He's been diagnosed with
Hello?
prostate cancer. Yes.
Yes, that one is not our own business. If Nigerian president contact that business, they contact that cancer this thing. No Nigerian journalist will be acting this. Why?
What exactly is your point, sir?
That's my own point.
Okay. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's get to you. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Samson. I'm going right now in Katambe Extension.
Go ahead, Samson.
Atiku camp offer VP slot to Peter Obi. And we the supporters we are saying no to that. If they are not going to give me the presidential ticket, they should leave it. We cannot be spared time. Let him be the presidential ticket and let Atiku be vice president to Peter Obi. As far as Atiku don't want to give up, let him be a vice president to presidential ticket to Peter Obi. I give presidential ticket to Peter Obi. Let Atiku be vice president. We cannot take the VP slot. Thank you.
All right. Good morning. Are you there? Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Dickin, how are you?
Good. What's your name, please?
Prophet Michael.
All right, Prophet. Great thing you called this morning. But before you go on with sharing your thoughts, I need you to apologize for what played out last week, Friday.
Somebody that has the power of God doesn't apologize because he knows what he's doing. Bye-bye.
All right. Good morning.
Itodo.
Yes, welcome.
Good morning, Charles speaking.
Welcome, Charles. Go ahead.
Mr. President is in Rome telling him diversity. Right from 1960 to today, diversity is our trend. Diversity. Nigeria is not the only country that has diversity. So other people are using their own positively. Here it is being used negatively. A case study, look at what is going on in JAM. I don't want to go into it now so that it doesn't look as if I am sounding non-patriotic. But the question is, diversity. And I will tell you the only project Nigeria has is how to bring down the heat. And I will
why do you have that thought? Why would it want to bring down a part of the country that makes it one?
Okay. The issue is this. When it comes to the latest this that happened in Jam, look at what's going on. For the sake of time, I might not have time to explain. I want also to ask you, why has the federal government refused to develop the waterways in the east that somebody from Onitsha has to go to Lagos to import his goods? That's number one. Number two, why is the agitation going on for the past 12 years that the government cannot sit down and say, we are brothers and sisters, let's talk? Rather, they engage in violence and killing people just because they raise a flag. Is this how diversity works?
No, but at different points, hold on, Charles. I'm going to engage you for a bit here. At different points, the federal government has had meetings with the Ohanese. Would you say that that's not enough to have an understanding? I mean, representatives also of the South, as well as the governors, stakeholders, basically.
If you want anything to happen in the East,
yes,
the political leaders of the East are not the ones representing the East. Because what they are representing is their pockets and their families. Those who are agitating have a leader. The IPO, they have leadership that is going on around the world. These are men who have the interest of the people. You sit them down and say, what do you do? What do you want? Okay, compromise on this, take this. They just kept it, and all they want is rolling soldiers.
All right.
Open up fire. Is this how to move on what they said, the diversity?
All right, Charles. I need to let you go at this point so we can let others share their thoughts as well.
It will escalate.
All right. Thank you very much, Charles. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
My name is Jacob.
Go ahead, Jacob.
Thank you. In the first place, some people overstep their boundary. You are telling somebody to apologize for what probably the way he spoke. It was just last week you mentioned the person saying that he cannot apologize because
Jacob, let's not overflow that issue and give attention to it. Let's just let it go. Let me have you share your thoughts.
But it's all right.
Yes.
It's all right. Thank you. I just want to say that before that it's not right.
That's
for you to say that.
That's
all right. What I'm trying to say is that this issue of Obi and Atiku, you see, we in the East we don't know how to play politics. You see, if you see these other two major tribes, they play politics in such a way that they do in such a way that rub my back and rub my back. How do you expect Atiku to step down for Peter Obi? If Peter Obi wants to become president, all the East, we in the East want to become president of this country, we should put ourselves against a heavy weight in the North. From alliance with them, like what the other two tribes have been doing. If Obi do it alone, we don't win. I've said it that time. People convince Obi to leave Atiku to go and join Labour Party. It's the problem for Obi now. If you see try it again, I'm saying it to the man to take it. He will not still win. Because the other two tribes have so many major gang group up against those of us in the East. The political elites in those two regions have told me that we can never go there. We should not play this politics again. No, we will lose. I'm saying it again. No, I'm going to sound it.
All right.
Because we cannot do it alone without the support of the northern elite that are politicians. That is just my case. Let him try it again.
All right.
We will lose.
Thank you, Jacob, for sharing your thoughts. Let's go on to the live feed and take some of your comments. And don't forget that you can send a voice note to the WhatsApp platform. It should be under 90 seconds. And do all to include your name and your location. On Facebook, good morning, Moazo John Sisi. I congratulate the new Pope on his inauguration. And Unma Lebara in Owerri says, we have what it takes to develop this country, but it's been held ransom by some greedy people. Good leadership is a luxury in Nigeria, a country where evil has been allowed to ravage our polity unchallenged. Good leaders don't take advantage, intimidate, or diminish their subjects. The Lord's nation is one in which hungry and jobless people blindly support those responsible for their agony and misery. We'll keep speaking out and telling the truth. And Oyewale Fatunla says, Peter Obi has truly unsettled the APC, losing the election, yet still dominating conversations daily. Is this to distract the president from all that he's doing? Regardless, PBAT isn't Obi's enemy. APC members aren't either. They are just political opponents. Obi loves them as fellow human beings, but the masses, supporters, you fight, hate, and even die over politicians. Meanwhile, they always reconcile. Don't make enemies over them. Don't kill or die for any. If you must stand somewhere, stand for truth and not for any politician. Awards are not for the wise is how Wale ends his thoughts. Good morning, Yada Sidrak. Thank you for joining the conversation this morning. Let's go on to the WhatsApp platform and take some of your thoughts as well. You can also watch live on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. And Pius in Maitama says the CDS should tell the nation his strategy to police our porous borders because this is an old story. I'll stay in PDP and work for Tinubu in 2027 is what Wale says, reacting to that statement. Statements like this reflect the absence of consequences for political betrayal in Nigeria. And Opulent Imbari says it is obvious that we are not in a political rule but dictatorship. How can someone say nobody has the capacity to unseat Tinubu? However, if a president is not doing well, the citizens have the right to vote him out. This is a country blessed with everything, but hardship and poverty is growing on the daily, is what Opulent says this morning. Let's get to you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. It's Alta Senator Basanjo calling you from Amali, Niger State.
Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Beacon.
Yes, sir.
I congratulate the Pope. May God continue to give him the wisdom to lead the world as a whole, especially the war in Ukraine and the Indian that they are talking about a little bit war again, and economic problem in the war completely as Africa, American and China. You should speak out so that we will have some benefit from it. Talked about Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, like the second last caller. The Southeast, please rethink of this country. If you cannot give a chance for Northern to romance, to give you great opportunity. Wallahi, the way the Southeast are playing politics, that is how the way they are playing politics with Nnamdi Kanu, a freedom fighter of this country, of the Southeast. Who stands for Nnamdi Kanu today in the Southeast?
All right.
It's only the caller that we usually call on this platform every day. If Peter Obi will come out with Atiku Abubakar, if to say Peter Obi come out with Atiku Abubakar in 2023, sir, who is Mr. President now that will stand Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar in the elections?
All right.
Please.
Thank you, Basanjo. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Very well, thank you. How are you?
So happy to hear from you.
Good to hear from
I'm
you.
fine. Have you taken your coffee?
Yes, I have. Thank you.
So that's why you sound. My name is Mrs. Summers. So
please go ahead.
The voice, I observed that cough and catarrh is rampant. In my house, 3 of us are down with cough and catarrh. And when I went to the hospital, so many people, I don't know whether it's change of weather. I just want to advise, maybe later you will bring a medical specialist to talk to us. Okay. Reduce the intake of drugs. It will go. I observed that the drugs are not working, not all. They are not working. So if you take too much of it, it has its own side effect. If you reduce it, naturally it will go. Maybe there are certain things you should reduce. No time. So I just said, let me bring this to the fore. Secondly, you see, when we talk of religion, political party, and so on and so forth, we will come on this platform, somebody will send message. Because I support this particular person, you support the other person. You will come tactically and be countering, saying all sorts of things because of our differences, not knowing that these people don't quarrel. Lo and behold, yesterday, Mr. Peter Obi was putting on black. Mr. President was putting on black and a white T-shirt. Others were almost putting on either brown or black or blue. So they look like brothers and sisters, brothers that slept in a particular place and decided that this is the attire we wear. You know, you will see that it's like they don't even have issues at all. But
when it comes to us, you will be bitter. You don't want to hear the person's voice. Once the person starts making contribution, you off your radio, or you now go under comment and be saying all sorts of things. Why? Because you want everybody to support. It's not supposed to be like that. They don't have issues. When it comes to religion, they allow their children to intermarry. When it comes to food, they know all this quarrel is political. Therefore, let us love this country more than any other thing. Somebody said that Atiku could be vice president. I thought you would correct him. He served his term. He can never be vice president in Nigeria again. Truth be told, if we have a team of Atiku and Obi, it's walkover for them. But let me tell you the truth, they will not allow it happen. There was a time when I was in school, they now said they should defy me to come out so that I will distrust somebody. We are close. The other person will win. And I get to hear, I say, so now me go be the area scatter. I say, I will not do it.
All right.
So the forces from, hold on, I will be brief. The forces from that political party that look agitated now, they will send their members to come to that party just not to allow that thing to happen. Do you know one of the most popular politicians we have today is Peter Obi? Take it or leave it. But just as a caller said, only him from that region will not be able to win. But I tell you, his popularity is increasing. Go to the north and see what people are saying about Peter Obi.
All right.
They want to vote for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Itodo.
Welcome.
Good morning, Nigerian family.
Please go ahead.
Hope you had a good weekend.
I had a good one. How were you? How was yours?
Mine was with sore body because of the endurance trek.
All right.
I'm almost of Abubakar Ali. Yeah, Abubakar Ali, Ali. I'm calling from Pidokuba this morning. Elder statesman, Alhaji Tanko Yaka, say no one can unseat Tinubu. Well, the answer is true. Only a strong core unseat Tinubu. And it seems they should come together to make an attempt to do this are not ready. The right time is now, but they will rather wait for after the 2027 election and start blaming INEC like they did in 2023. Some erroneously or believe that did their candidate won 2023 election, they resort to blaming INEC when it is glaring that the two major opposition were abusing the vote of each other in their region. And that gave President Bola Ahmed Tinubu a leeway to have his 25%. For instance, let me give an example. For instance, the APC lost Kano, but APC had more than 600,000 votes in Kano. 600,000 votes in Kano alone is more than the total vote of Ebonyi and maybe Abia that Obi got. But people don't see it that way. Who lost Kaduna, but the vote he got in Kaduna is more than the votes that Obi got in Bayelsa. Is the one who won Bayelsa, or the vote that Atiku got in Bayelsa. So these are some of the parameters that people are not looking at. This is the right time, if you stand a chance, to come together and do this. You are doing this one, this one. Atiku that has been VP for 8 years, you say he should still go for VP. Is that even allowed in the Nigerian Constitution? These guys are never ready. We're going to go prepare for 2012 because me, I don't tell you and say, Tinubu Day 2027. Only two things can touch Tinubu: God and 2027. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Let's get to you now. Good morning.
Good morning, Oga Itodo. My name is Obatunde. I'm talking from Dede. Atiku can give Peter Obi 5% slot. Atiku and his gang or his boss should wait till 2031. Yes. So that is when the certain parts in terms of presidency will expire. So you should wait for Northern Town. If you wait for the Northern Town, then you can offer to be vice president to the Peter Obi, or Peter Obi can be offered to be vice president to him as well. So they should wait to whatever they want to do. They should wait. By 2031, Tinubu will do it. He will complete it 8 years by God's grace. So if anybody is expecting bad news from him, either cancer or something, back to send that to that person. Tinubu to 2031.
All right, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Just because you brought this up, let's get into it quickly before we go on this breather at 7 o'clock. And it has to do with Atiku. You know, somebody mentioned earlier that he should give Obi the ticket and be his vice president. But in Nigeria and the constitution, looking at it right now, the eligibility of a two-time vice president to serve another term as vice president is not explicitly addressed, right? And it is led to a bit of ambiguity. However, based on the provisions of the constitution and relevant, context, the constitution as amended specifies that the vice president is elected alongside the president for a 4-year term, renewable ones. Now, making it a maximum of 2 terms, according to Section 142 and Section 146. And the focus of 4-term limits in the Constitution primarily applies to the president, with Section 137, subsection 1b, stating that the person should not be elected to the office of the president more than twice. Now, there is no equivalent clause explicitly limiting the vice president to 2 terms. And Section 142, subsection 1, outlines the qualification for the vice president, requiring the candidate to be a Nigerian citizen by birth, at least 40 years of age, a member of a political party, and sponsored by that party. This criteria does not include a prohibition on a previous 2-term vice president running again, suggesting that in principle, a 2-time VP could be eligible, depending on how the courts interpret it, if it goes on to that extent. But why would somebody who has been a 2-term VP, want to be VP again? That's the big question. Let's get back to more of your voice notes and your reactions. Good morning.
Itodo, God bless you. My name is Prince. My name is Prince Okifu. I want to seriously appreciate your moderation on the Atiku and being the president and they will be being the VP. I will not be surprised if Obi accept this very, very provocative offer, because he seems too desperate now, seriously. So as for Atiku, maybe we someday be the president of Adamawa Republic, definitely not Nigeria, So I also want to please appeal that your station should ban all fake prophets who call to...
Good morning, Deacon Itodo, the Agaba Ido 1 of Abuja. I greet all the Nigerian listeners and Nigerian callers. Deacon Itodo, one of the headlines says the girl of defection is centered on contracts and money sharing or something like that. Is that what our politicians can't? They only think of that, so what they will get from Nigeria, not what Nigeria will get from them. I think politics is more than just what we'll get. I can still laugh to myself where a former governor is saying that he's defecting for his people to get the dividends of democracy. When you were governor for 80 years, you didn't give your people dividends of democracy until now as a senator. You want to give your people dividends of democracy. It's just an ironing. It's just something that is not realistic. How can you, as an executive governor, now senator, say you want to give your people dividends of democracy? Simple. Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity.
Comrade Itodo, good morning. This is Atem Chris. From all this as it stands, it is true from anybody can say what he wishes to say, that Atiku join forces with Obi, they will defeat Tinubu. Tinubu has become a nightmare to any politician who want any opposition to take over the country. And my kindly advice and to what I want to let them know is, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, it is God I always give throne. No matter what has come to bear, we should understand it that way. And there is no fulfillment of any other thing that we can capitalize on. It has come to bear. then anyone who has an important view concerning it should take it easy. Tinubu has come to stay until he finishes 8 years. Then any other person should look forward to. Yeah, Itodo morning. One thing.
Good morning, sir, Mr. Itodo. Good morning to the listeners and the callers as well. My name is Zakaria. I want to take on the issue of this insecurity. Governor Zulum, at least he has spent his 4 years and is in his second tenure. And the Vice President, Mr. Kashim Shettima, also from that region. The former National Security Advisor from that region. Buratai from that region. I didn't know what is the problem of this very Boko Haram that we cannot put an end in this country. At least this thing is becoming too much. A crisis that is more than several years and we cannot put an end to it. That money that they are using for that insecurity of a thing is enough to develop that region to the high standard. I read in the news about 19-point-something trillion. Wow. Nigerians were too wasteful. Look at the life being lost because of that thing and the instability that is that very place. They should do something about it. They should put their heads together, please. Thank you.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts right there. It is 6:54 now. We need to go on the breather shortly, but let's go and run through some of your messages at this time. Yes, the princess or the angel is fine. Thank you for asking. Moses Chuang in Lugbe. And the president attended Pope Leo's inauguration. It's good. It shows he's a good leader and he's not about religious issues in government. For insecurity, the president should look into that, is how he ends his thoughts. And can you connect me to Adewumi Daniel? Is a request from Lily in Kurudu. Adewumi, can you kindly reach out to us so we can, connect you to Lily, depending on the permission that you give. Let's go on this breather quickly.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
This is Nigeria Info.